Um, I have one question before we begin the session.
Yes, yes.
Somebody could answer. Do you all want me to speak in Hindi?
That's fine. In fact, you can use both languages if you are
Okay,
comfortable
great.
in it.
Okay,
No
good.
issues. Yeah,
Okay,
can
wonderful.
be bilingual. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I'll just wait for you
Rest
to.
we can ask participants also. You can put in chat box in terms of your preference.
Yeah, okay.
Our
Okay,
participants can, give their views also.
okay, great.
Right now it's 2:30.
So I'll just be waiting. Once you let me know that all the
Yeah,
participants are in, then
yeah.
we'll begin.
Yes.
By the way, I also do some private and corporate cocktail making sessions.
Okay.
So
It's
in
online?
case, yes, it's online and it will be live. And
Okay.
you will not only join me from Singapore, but you will join the world's best bartender and the world's best bar based in Beirut, Lebanon, live.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so that is very, very interesting, and how to make cocktails.
Oh. But you need to have then ingredients also here so that you can actually do
Yes,
hands-on
so
practice also.
we will provide in advance all the details.
Mm-hmm.
So you can basically purchase the ingredients,
Okay.
or we can supply you the ingredients depending on the package that you prefer to choose. We also do. I also conduct live cooking sessions.
Okay. Okay. So which cooking? It's continental or
So the live cooking session is basically Asian inspired, French inspired, European. There are some cuisines that we do on health aspect. Yeah, so various. What is your company background?
So we are industry association and many corporate entities, they are members of PhD chamber. We
Okay.
work closely with many industries and PhD chamber is basically a link between industry and government.
Oh, nice. Oh,
So,
nice. And where
yeah,
are you based in?
it's New Delhi.
New Delhi.
Yeah.
How's it? How's the weather there? It must be what? This is summer.
No, right now it's okay. It's as per my this phone. Right now the temperature is 28 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's nice. That's lovely.
Uh,
That's a pleasant.
it's somewhat cloudy and it's 33 right now, 33 degree and it's cloudy.
Okay.
So we may expect rain also today.
Oh, that's okay. And how's the COVID situation in New Delhi?
COVID situation is not good because on an average the cases are like between 1,000, 2,000, but things are
Oof.
under control otherwise. In the sense
Oh
that
my God.
people are, managing it now properly, wearing masks and, with all social distancing in place. At least the awareness is there now since there's a lot of, more testing going on because the number of cases is directly proportional to number of tests. So since the
Right.
testing is going on very, very high rate. Therefore, the numbers are also increasing.
Oh my God,
Otherwise,
that's bad.
all facilities, other things, they are all intact. Everything is in place. So that's why there is no panic situation because
But the lockdown
the
is on.
lockdown is on only in some containment areas. So containment areas, there is no movement. Then schools and colleges are closed, and our
Uh-huh.
public transport like metro is closed. Otherwise, rest of the work is going on.
Okay, okay.
So I think we can start now.
We can?
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
Is how many are there right now?
So we are total
Okay, quite a lot.
20 total 20.
20
8
total.
plus 12 plus yeah, 8 plus. Yeah. Please
Okay,
go ahead.
so
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, most welcome to Singapore. My name is Suhail Jindran, and I'm going to be the tour guide to take you around the Civic District tour, which is going to be for 1 hour. During this, if you all have any question and answers, please feel free to ask me. And मुझे हिंदी भी आती है, तो मैं हिंदी में भी आपसे बात कर सकता हूँ. आपको जो भी सवाल है मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं. And मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा सिंगापुर का सिविक डिस्ट्रिक्ट जो बेसिकली सेंट्रल बिजनेस डिस्ट्रिक्ट है. एंड इसे सिविक डिस्ट्रिक्ट क्यों कहा जाता है वो मैं आपको बताते रहूंगा. तो without any ado, let's start. But I'll have to wear my face mask because we all have to be safe and secure. And because Kanun in Singapore is very, very strict, everybody has to wear a face mask, no more than 5 people together in one group, maintain social distancing. So therefore, in this COVID situation, we have to follow all these rules and regulations. But nevertheless, now, the first and most important thing, when you come to Singapore, you have to see the iconic Merlion. Let's have a clap. Okay, and so this is the iconic Singapore's Merlion. It weighs over 70 tons. It was inaugurated in 1972 and has been standing and guarding Singapore's borders ever since then. As you see the buildings behind, they are a cluster of offices and some luxury hotels. You also see the world's largest observation wheel. This observation wheel is called the Singapore Flyer, which stands at 165 meters tall and has 28 capsules. Each capsule is as big as a single-decker bus, and each capsule can accommodate 28 people. Besides it, this white structure that you see is called the Art Science Museum. ये बहुत ही बेहतरीन म्यूजियम है for all ages, for all families. बड़े हो या बच्चे हो, everybody will enjoy in an art science museum because of the incredible technology and the most amazing marvel of man-made architecture, the Marina Bay Sands. This building stands at 57 floors and has the world's largest swimming pool on top. It is so huge, the swimming pool, that you can have 4 Airbus 380s parked one behind the other. This building is called the Marina Bay Sands and is basically a casino, a hotel, and an entertainment area with the world's largest swimming pool, the convention center, and a massive casino. अगर आप लोग लास वेगस गए होंगे, ये सिर्फ ये होटल अकेला पूरा लास वेगस का रेवेन्यू इनकम का हेड है. Sorry, I should have turned my Zoom, but nevertheless, this is better now. Can you all see it clearly? Hello?
See it clearly. Yes.
Okay, great. Now let me show you. You see the black dome? The small little black dome? That black dome is going to be the world's largest Apple store. It is the world's largest Apple store because it's built at a cost of nearly $500 million and has 4 floors under the water. You know, so it's got 4 floors under the water and is really amazing. Now, this water body that you see over here, this entire water body, एक ज़माने में ये समुंदर होता करता था. Then Singapore decided, let's make it a water reservoir. So behind the bridge, what we did is in 1970, we created a dam. It's called the Marina Barrage. It opened up, the barrage opened up completely and operational in 2012, simultaneously together with the Marina Bay Sands. The Marina Barrage, when it came up, this water body became part of our drinking water reservoirs. क्योंकि जब हमें आज़ादी मिला था 1965 में from Malaysia, तब हमारे पास एक बूंद भी पानी नहीं था. And because एक बूंद भी पानी नहीं था, we had to solely depend on Malaysia, so that Malaysia will give us water and everything. But then the Singapore government realized, like, we should be the world's largest country to have water production. So today, Singapore, wherever you go, even अगर आप public toilet में जाए, वो public toilet का जो पानी है, वो भी pure शुद्ध drinking water है. Anywhere in Singapore you go, you'll always get only pure drinking water. This structure, which is like a nice little dome, is called the Esplanade Theatres by the Bay. यहाँ पे दुनिया भर के संगीतकार, musicians, they all come and they perform over here at the Esplanade Theatres by the Bay, because it's a one of its kind opera house. अगर आप Sydney Opera House को पहचानते हैं, this is much bigger than the Sydney Opera House. इसके पीछे जो ये building आपको नजर आ रहा है, that is called the JW Marriott. The JW Marriott Hotel is one of its kind architecture, because you have everything tastefully done up rooms. Each room is so customized that अगर आप, for example, अगर आप ladies हो, you get boyfriend's nighties, and you have hair clips and hair straighteners and everything taken care to ensure that everybody has a lovely time. Over here, you can see a cluster of fantastic luxury hotels. That's the Ritz-Carlton, the Mandarin Oriental, the Pan Pacific. Pan Pacific Hotel was used for that movie De Dana Dhan, in which Akshay Kumar, Sunil Shetty and all, they acted, and they were all getting drenched with the waterfalls and all that at the Pan Pacific Hotel. So a luxury cluster of luxury hotels around. And this that you see, blue, yellow and green color stadium, is the largest floating stadium in the world. It can accommodate 35,000 people. 35,000 people on this. Sorry, my gimbal is not working. I had bought a gimbal, but since I can't use my gimbal, I'm using my hand, and that's why it is a bit shaky, because I have to hold my own mobile phone and keep walking. Coming back to Marina Bay Sands, let me try to put the phone on something so that it doesn't shake too much. Yeah, this is better. So here, what do you see in front of Marina Bay Sands is a set of steps. Every night at 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, there's a beautiful light and sound show that happens for free. And people should come and visit this and see this show that happens. Now, let me take you to other parts of Singapore. And here you see a cluster of some lovely high-rise buildings. We have a total of more than 250 banks located over here. This is called the Raffles Financial Center and the Marina Bay Sands Financial Center. Together, a total of more than $1 trillion business is done every single day. This entire area, which is called the Marina Bay Promenade, is filled with lots of people running, walking, jogging, and a huge bouquet of lovely restaurants and all around this place. As you can see, a lot of people are sitting by the steps of the Merlion and enjoying this evening. So now I'm going to take you all across the river to another important landmark. Before that, anybody got any questions? Does anyone have some questions?
Our participants can put their questions in the chat box if any.
Yeah, and I really like people are praising me. Thank you very much, Mr. Ajay Kumar. Thank you, sir. So, as I'm going to walk under the bridge, this bridge overhead is called the Nicol Highway. Yogesh has just joined. So, Yogesh, let me give you the tour of Marina Bay Sands since you just joined in. And Dr. Jatinder Singh, thank you for coming in. I'll just give you a walk quickly of what we just missed before we move on to the other location. So what you see here is a cluster of some amazing luxury hotels, including the world's largest performance theater. This dome is called the Esplanade Theaters by the Bay. That is the Stamford Raffles Hotel. Beautiful, beautiful luxury hotel. Love all these hotels. There you get to see the Singapore Flyer. The White Lotus is the Art Science Museum, the iconic Marina Bay Sands, and obviously never miss the Singapore Merlion. Now, let's walk to the other location. But before I'm walking to the other location, let me tell you a little bit about the Merlion. So why Merlion? Why a mermaid lion? So कहानी जाता है 400 साल पुराना. 400 साल पहले सिंगापुर एक छोटा सा फिशिंग विलेज होता करता था जिसका नाम था Temasek in Javanese language. And there was an Indonesian prince from the city of Sumatra. He came to Singapore Island on a hunting trip. शिकार करते वक्त उन्होंने देखा एक जानवर भाग रहा है जंगल में. उन्होंने अपने आर्मी वालों से पूछा, या क्या कौन सा जानवर था वो लोग सबने बोला, सर ये तो शेर है. बोला शेर, और वो भी फिशिंग विलेज में? बोले हाँ सर शेर है वो. तो उन्होंने जो प्रिंस था, राजकुमार था इंडोनेशिया का, he decided then to rename this city from Temasek to Singapore. संस्कृत में सिंघा मतलब शेर and पुर यानी city. जैसे आपके हिंदुस्तान में you'll have various cities like Jaipur, Nagpur, Udaipur, वैसे Singapore. Fast forward 21st century, the Singapore Tourism Board loved that idea and decided in 1970 to ask a local artist to come up with an icon. Jैसे when people see Taj Mahal, they know it is India. When people see the Eiffel Tower, people know it's Paris. Let us something to relate to Singapore's tourism. So the local artist came up with the old story of a fishing village and a lion city. And thus came up the Merlion. So the Merlion originally was over here. This was the original location of the Merlion. But then in 2000, the government created this beautiful bridge. So it obstructed the view. So they had to carry the Merlion over this bridge and then place it in its new and permanent position. All good with everybody so far?
Yes, yes, perfect. Please go ahead.
Fantastic, fantastic. Do let me know if I'm going too fast or if I'm going too slow. And if everybody can understand me. So this used to be the former Merlion Park. Now it's just a recreational park. And here we have a heritage tree This is a huge, huge, beautiful tamarind heritage tree. As you can see over here, this tamarind fruit tree is native to East Africa and India. So in Singapore, we are known as the city of greenery, but we didn't have any trees naturally. We had to import and get all the trees from across the world. Now, this building that you see in front of you, this gray building, this is known as the Fullerton Hotel. Once upon a time, it used to be the General Post Office. Today, this iconic General Post Office has become an amazing luxury vintage hotel, the Fullerton. We are now going to walk on the Anderson Bridge. And as you see, this is the Civic District map. And we are going to be walking along the Jubilee Bridge and the Empress Lawn. So this is the Anderson Bridge, a beautiful metal structure. And it has been used in lots of movies. आपने Krish movie जरूर देखा होगा, ऋतिक रोशन का, यहाँ पर shooting हुई थी. Oh, luxury sports car. Look at this view. Isn't this beautiful? Lovely, lovely view of Singapore skyline. And today is a nice day. It's thankfully not raining and it's not too humid. So it's perfect to go out and spend the day out on Eid holiday. So anybody celebrating Eid back on this in the participants, wish you Eid Mubarak. In Singapore, we celebrate all religious festivals and we have public holidays for all these religious festivals. So in Singapore, we celebrate Eid, we celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Christmas and all the other festivals. So we are a very, very multiracial, multinational country, and we respect everybody, and nobody is allowed to speak against anybody's religion at all. See people taking nice photographs and having a great time. Hello. Now, what do you see in front of you? This beautiful, iconic vintage building is called the Victoria Memorial, named after the last Queen of India, Queen Victoria. Because we are all part of Commonwealth countries, since all of us, we were all under the British rule. So therefore, we have to have all these things that represent the colonial era. So this part of Singapore is actually known as the Civic District. This building over here, the yellow building, is the Asian Civilization Museum. The Asian Civilization Museum has the largest collection of artifacts dating back to the 4th century and a lot of history of how Asia developed. Now you see here a lot of people running, jogging, you know. One of the key reasons why you see a lot of people actually very healthy in Singapore is because यहाँ पे सरकार हमें पैसा देता है भागने के लिए. To stay fit, if every day you do 10 kilometers, at the end of the week, you get $20. That means in 1 month, you get $80 just to stay healthy. How good is that, right? I don't hear anybody saying anything. Everybody mute.
Oh, that's
Hello?
fantastic. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's
Yeah,
a
it is.
big incentive from government to keep the citizens healthy and fit.
Yes, it is very, very important to stay healthy and fit. For example, before this government, so the government started this initiative in roughly around 2015. And prior to that, I used to weigh, personally, I was a very lazy bum. I used to weigh 105 kilos. Today, I'm 69 kg. My waist had gone up to 48 inch, and today my waist is 29 inch. So you can see that great difference that an incentive made.
Excellent.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the beautiful Asian Civilization Museum building. Y'all should come over here whenever visiting Singapore. And while we are at this location, let me show you these tall buildings. Now, this particular tall building has the world's highest open air bar on the rooftop. It is called One Altitude. It is at the height of 282 meters, and it's an amazing, beautiful, beautiful bar that gives you a fantastic panoramic view of the entire Singapore city. Not only Singapore, but you get to see Malaysia and even Indonesia from the rooftop. So you can see 3 countries at one place. So that's a very interesting thing. Now, while walking over here, there's somebody doing some wedding photo shoot. Can you see the couple? Yes, Dr.
Yeah,
Jinder,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yes,
tallest
yes,
building,
yes.
and
We can.
that's the tallest building in
Acha,
Singapore.
wow.
Yeah, look at this lovely couple doing their wedding shoot. So this is the Kavana Bridge. You know, the Kavana Bridge, you look at this history. This Kavana Bridge used to be prohibited to any vehicles. You know, it was only for cattle and horses. So the Kavana Bridge was established in 1859. A beautiful bridge that was entirely made in Scotland and brought over here and then assembled. So she's going to be a nice bride. That's the groom walking there, and they are doing the pre-wedding shoot. Here's the beautiful luxury hotel, the Fullerton. Isn't this beautiful? Such an ironic and iconic hotel. Once upon a time, the General Post Office of Singapore. Also, we here in Singapore, we are very famous for our food. And this is called the Ice Cream Uncle. Ice Cream Uncle is known for an ice cream that is basically a sandwich ice cream. Sandwich ice cream, matlab, it's basically just bread, sweet bread, and uske beech mein ice cream. So that's very, very iconic. And along this stretch of water body, which is known as the Singapore River, it's no longer Singapore River because it's part of our drinking water reservoirs. As I mentioned earlier, anywhere in Singapore you go, you get pure drinking water. We have a lot of busts of important people who helped in development of Singapore. Among them is none other than Jawaharlal Nehru. So he was India's first prime minister, and the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru was the world's largest democracy prime minister, and he created the Asian unity that he had forged. So it's at a perfect place just outside the Asian Civilization Museum. Now, how many of y'all have been to Singapore before? Maybe y'all can write on the chat who's been.
Yes, yes, I have been.
Okay. I don't hear others. So nobody else has been except you?
No, I think many would have been. Many would have
Me
been.
too.
They
Ajay
are
Kumar,
not there on the panel.
Yogesh, several times. Okay, great. So fair enough, including my family. Yogesh Mathur says, including his family, has visited Singapore several times. Thank you, Mr. Yogesh, for patronizing my country and visiting my lovely little Singapore. So Singapore is a very, 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 very small country. It is half the size of New York or half the size of London. That's how small we are. But it's a power-packed country with everything that one needs to see or do and enjoy. Like we've got the world's best zoo, the world's first and only night zoo. It's called the Night Safari. We have Universal Studios and, oh wait, somebody is writing. Harindra Chima, camera is shaking, sir. Sorry, sir, I'm walking. I'll try to repair my gimbal so that next time it doesn't happen so much. But this is all live, you know, so it's not something that's pre-recorded by a professional So you have to bear with me since I'm walking along the lawn and along the stairs. I hope it's not too bad. So the Victoria Memorial and the beautiful couple on the wedding, pre-wedding photographs.
हाँ कोई बात नहीं उनको ले आओ
Now, जब अंग्रेज लोग यहाँ पे आए थे, तो अंग्रेज तो obviously उनका सब कुछ लेके आएंगे साथ में. And one of the biggest sports that has become a religion in India is called cricket. So, दुनिया का सबसे oldest cricket club is in London. The second one in Melbourne, and Asia's oldest is over here, right in front of you, the Singapore Cricket Club. This building. The Singapore Cricket Club was established in 1823. So it's an amazingly very old, beautiful Singapore Cricket Club. We're going to go a little close to it and have a look at the building. And then I'll walk you to the other destination. So this is the Singapore SCC Singapore Cricket Club. So you see a lot of banners now, United 55, taking on Singapore, is because Singapore is going to be celebrating its Independence Day on 9th of August. It's going to be a very impressive celebration, but in the times of COVID, so not a lot of people will be out, but there will still be fireworks, and the Air Force will be doing its display, because we are the only country in Asia after Japan and Israel to have the F-35s. So this is the Singapore Cricket Club. It's a nice, lovely cricket club. Beautiful. A lot of your Indian cricketers have come here, from Sunil Gavaskar to Sachin Tendulkar. Now what you see in front of you is called the former Supreme Court. It used to be the former Supreme Court. It was actively a former Supreme Court until 2012, when it moved to its next destination. So what did the government do? The government decided that the former Supreme Court and the new, the old municipal building, which you'll see in a while, they combined it together. They combined both of them together to make it the world's largest national art gallery. So today, the former Supreme Court and the former municipal building have all become one, and it's called the National Gallery of Singapore. It is the world's largest gallery of Southeast Asian art. And lots of promotions, festivals, arts and culture, and some Michelin star restaurants are all located in this place, in this building. Do you all know one of your old politicians who had created an army called the Indian National Army? You know his name?
Subhash Chandra Bose.
Yes. So Subhash Chandra Bose was in Singapore when he established the Indian National Army. And that world famous statement that he had made, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga." You remember? You give me blood and I'll give you freedom. That was spoken at this place. This is the former municipal building, and this is where Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose gave that infamous statement, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga." So this building has seen lots of history. During World War II, from 1942 to 1945, we were under the Japanese occupation. So it was Britain's first loss towards World War II, that it lost a city-state, a country, in the hands of Japan. So they are currently preparing for the national day, the Independence Day celebration. So that's why they are all busy in that preparation. That's why it's all enclosed. But nevertheless, so during the Japanese occupation, it was extremely brutal. And Subhash Chandra ji had created the National Army to fight against the British and the Americans. But however, history was different, and America defeated Japan, and Britain got back Singapore. So the last governing general of India, Lord Louis Mountbatten, had come here, over here, and here he had the signing treaty of the Japanese surrender. That also happened over here. And then the Japanese general Ichagachi was hanged for war crimes eventually. So this is a beautiful former municipal building, as you see. And this part, where you see this gold frame, used to be actually a road. So it was dividing these two separately. So the former municipal building was built in 1923, and the former Supreme Court was built 10 years later in 1933. Sadly, due to COVID, we cannot go inside the building. Otherwise, I would have loved to show you a time capsule that is at the entrance of the former Supreme Court. It's a beautiful, beautiful building, and the time capsule will open up in the year 3000. In the year 3000, the time capsule will open up, and it's got like newspapers, some coins, and old things from 1923. So those people who created a time capsule were very, very confident that this building will stay and remain, and it did stay during the World War II bombings and all that. So here we are back again in the Civic district. As you see, this is the beautiful luxury hotel, Swiss Hotel, the JW Marriott. Behind the JW Marriott, this building that you see over here is the headquarters for Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp. So that's WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook head offices. Then you have a cluster of some lovely office buildings. It's called the Suntec City. And again, a cluster of some luxury hotels and a nice panoramic view of the Marina Bay Sands. Beautiful luxury hotel, the Marina Bay Sands, is 57 floors, 2,561 rooms. So it's a huge, huge, huge hotel. And then you have the beautiful financial district. As I mentioned, that's the tallest building in Singapore. One Raffles Place, and it has right on top of it is One Altitude, the world's highest open air bar in the world. So the financial district was created on the south end side of the riverbank, and the north end side of the riverbank was used for the government offices and government buildings. The reason why everything was done this way, because Singapore believes in feng shui or vastu. You know, so that's why everything in Singapore, whether it is buildings, the architecture, the roads, the gardens, they're all designed according to vastu, because we have nothing else to think of except for money, money, money. And that's why today Singapore is the second largest, richest country in the world after Qatar. Any questions so far? Thank you. Okay, so as I was mentioning, this is the Singapore Cricket Club, built in 1823. Now what happened was, the British would always say, this is only for the British and outsiders cannot enter, like Indians, Chinese, Malays are not allowed to enter. So the rich Indians...
There's a question from
Yes.
AOJ. Yeah, please ask.
Hi, I've written it in the chat.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, can you tell me more about what feng shui does Singapore follow? As in, what does it do in the buildings?
So you know what feng shui is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so feng shui is basically nothing but the 5 elements: earth, water, sky, wood, fire, keeping them yin and yang. And every design of every building is designed according to that. So you see,
Oh,
for example, the peak poking outside, okay, it's like bringing in wealth. It's for bringing in wealth. The Singapore flyer, I'm not sure if you can see it clearly at a distance. The
it is the
observation
circle.
wheel, yeah, the circle.
Yeah.
So the circle also has to flow clockwise. It cannot go anti-clockwise, because if it goes anti-clockwise, it's throwing money out in the sea rather than bringing money into the city. Then the
Oh.
buildings over there, you see them like how they are like joined, literally joined together, that brings in the closeness and unity. So
Okay,
every
okay.
building architecture, the designs are very well thought of. So for example, when Marina Bay Sands was coming up, the architects had to submit 9 proposals to the government, of which the government approved this one. So everything in Singapore, even our currency, our $1 coins are based on feng shui. So because we strongly believe that feng shui can make or break everything, though a lot of people differ from that statement. So currently I have a $1 coin in my hand. So what had happened was a feng shui master had actually said to the government that try to get every Singaporean resident to wear a gold ring. The government said that's not going to be possible. So then the feng shui master said, then create a $1 coin that will have Singapore in the middle of a coin. And that's how the government came up with the Singapore $1 coin based on feng shui.
Oh,
Very
okay.
interesting.
Oh, great. Thanks, thanks.
Yeah, most welcome. So while we are walking, so this hotel, the Stamford Swiss Hotel, is 74 floors, has 6,000 staircase. Every year in the month of November, there is a vertical marathon race. So now guess how much time does one take to run from the ground floor right up to the 74th floor of this building? Can anybody guess? How fast can a person run 74 floors, 6,000 staircase?
I
Think.
think in 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Very good. Anybody else? 1 hour? Anyone else? Okay, so drum beats. A guy from Portugal, he currently holds the world record, and he beat his own world record twice by running up the stairs in 6 minutes 48 seconds.
Oh my
6
God.
minutes 48 seconds is the world record for a Portuguese man. And there is an Australian permanent resident lady living in Singapore. She's a mother of 3 children. She's 53 years old, and she holds the women's world record for completing in 7 minutes and 5 seconds. What a
Amazing.
big, massive heart they must be having to pump the energy, the ankle, the knees, the stamina. Oof, really incredible. I probably will run in 74 hours, the 74 floors. Well, just joking. But I've never tried running this building. I usually don't take the lift and where I stay. So I live in a place called Badok, which is close to the airport on the eastern part of Singapore. And I live on the 14th floor, and I every day run. It takes me roughly 1 minute, 20 seconds to run 14 floors. So not too bad, eh? We'll cross the traffic light now. And I'm going to take you to this beautiful church that's called the St. Andrew's Cathedral. So that's the National Gallery of Singapore, the world's largest art gallery. Now, due to COVID situations, all religious places are closed currently, so we can't get in You know, so you see the doors are locked. Otherwise, I would have loved to stand by and show you. But the reason why I want to show you this church is because of its significant importance and its architecture, its design, and the use of the construction elements that was used in building this. So let me try to rest my phone here. You see this beautiful church. It's called the St. Andrew's Cathedral. It was built 3 times. First in 1830, lightning strike, boom, it got burnt and fell. Then again rebuilt in 1847, lightning strike, boom, it fell. Then George Coleman Drumble, an architect and designer from England, he told the guys, you're forgetting the lightning rod. You have to put the lightning rod in a church. And he constructed this building. And the white plaster is called Madras Chunam. Madras Chunam is basically made out of egg whites, castor sugar, the coconut husk, and limestone. Mixed all these together, it sounds tasty, but it's not good to taste. And this is applied on as a plaster, and it has ever since been strong and efficient and magnificent. This beautiful, beautiful little cathedral, the St. Andrew's Cathedral. So it's a landmark building in Singapore at the Civic District. So this is part of the National Gallery of Singapore. And the car park is basically underground. Now, if those of y'all who have been to Singapore would know that Singapore has literally 50% of its life at any given time underground. So, because we have land scarcity, so therefore some of our major highways are underground. Our rail network is all underground. Most of our shopping malls have literally around approximately 6 floors underground. So that was the cricket club, the Singapore Cricket Club. And as I had mentioned, you know, the British had made a rule that only Britishers can come. So the rich Indians and the rich Chinese merchants, they decided to protest against the British rule and created the Singapore Recreation Club. The Singapore Recreation Club opened in 1833. So 10 years exactly after the Singapore Cricket Club, the Singapore Recreation Club came up. And this was open to everybody except to the British. So on the same ground, you have 2 different clubs against each other. But now everybody is all good. Everyone enjoys all the freedom and liberty. So there's no problem. People playing football and some nice, pretty looking girls enjoying a lovely time in the evening. Anyone got any questions? Let me see, there's some Q&A questions. Okay. Wow, too fast for me. Unbelievable. Sorry, who's the person who said, wow, too fast for me? Admin.
Like climbing that 74 floors in 6 minutes. So that was the reaction.
Right. So Louis from Peru. Okay. So somebody just asked me a question. Any international cricket matches are played in SCC? No, sorry, Jatinder Saab. No matches are played over here because this ground is too small for an international cricket match. But we do have the world's largest stadium. But still, unfortunately, a cricket tournament has not taken place because Singapore is trying to bring ICC from Dubai to Singapore. So it will happen in 2025. And thereafter, you'll see the World Cups happening in Singapore. So now you're going to just take a short little walk to the Stamford Hotel. And I'll have to then say goodbye to all of you all because it is going to be nearly 1 hour of our walking tour. I hope so far you all have enjoyed this tour. Anyone got any questions to know about what Singapore is? So Singapore basically is a small little tiny island, as I had mentioned. We have a population of 5.6 million. Uh, it's got the world's best GDP. Uh, Fantastic country. In fact, today I am even more proud to be a Singaporean citizen after this COVID hit, because I never thought that my government will help us so much, so much so that it's unbelievable. The government has given people like me, because I'm a freelancer, I'm a freelance tour guide. Tour guiding is my job. So people like me who are self-employed people, the government has given us $32,000. $32,000. Well, it's not like given us in lump sum, but we will be getting this amount until in installments until December. So admin has asked me, could you please repeat how much money you got for doing sports? So in order to keep yourself fit, every day you run 10 kilometers, you run or you walk every day 10 kilometers, and there's a free government app, and the government gives you a free Fitbit, or you use your own tracking device such as an Apple Watch or something. And at the end of a week, you get $10, and which basically becomes at the end of the month, you make $80. So that's a very great initiative to stay healthy, because health is wealth. And if you have a good health, that means you have a very prosperous economy. The second question that I just got is $32,000 to all citizens. $32,000 to citizens who have lost their income due to COVID. Due to the COVID situation, we have lost our income because now there's no tourists. So people who are self-employed, or the people in the luxury business, they have been paid $32,000 in installments until the month of December. And the government has been encouraging all of us to study for free, do courses to upgrade our skills. And even the courses are free. The government is giving us $11 per hour to study also. So it's incredible how much the government is doing. And I really, really, really can't thank my government for being so wonderful. You remember the movie Badrinath Ki Dulhania? What was his name? Varun Dhawan. So they were all staying here in this hotel, at the Swiss Hotel Stamford. So somebody said, can I please take them to a shopping mall? Yes, why not? Definitely. This is the Raffles Hotel. It's a bird's eye view. Somebody wrote, let me see, what was the question? It's so nice to have a bird's eye view of Singapore on a clear day with a clear commentary, and so nice to know all the incentives by Singapore government. Thank you so much, Mr. Dharmendra Kumar. Thank you very much. Stay safe and God bless you. McDonald's.
Question from Mr. Agarwal.
Yes, Mr. Agarwal. Hello, Mr. Agarwal. Can you show us the underground shopping, please? Sure, Mr. Yogesh, I'm walking towards that now. So let me pull the door open. And you see, as Singapore, so what we have done is we have introduced safe entry measures. So whenever you enter any place, you have to scan these type of contact tracing apps. Okay, that basically is safe entry, QR codes. Once you have done that, so that the government will know who's entering and who's exiting, because this will be able to monitor the COVID virus situation. And there are automated thermal scanners checking your temperature. So you see everybody is scanning their app, the QR code. And by doing so, they are basically giving all their personal particulars so that the government can find out who is coming in and who's not. Now I'm walking through the city hall and I'm going to take you to the underground shopping area. So as I had said, 50% of life at any given point is always underground in Singapore. So all our trains, we call it MRT, mass rapid transport, is all located underground. And it's a great way to commute across Singapore. So that's a train station. And Singapore is a very smart country. You know, all train stations are located, connected to shopping malls. So wherever you go, you'll have to exit and enter through a shopping mall. So that's the train station. And as I mentioned, this is the CityLink underground shopping mall. Yoo-hoo! So if I have to walk this place, I have to also go through the scanning of the app. So give me 1 minute, please. As rule, I'll have to do this. So please bear with me that you can't probably see anything right now. Thank you, Uncle. Done. Here. Okay, thank you. Sorry. Sorry for that. So this is the underground shopping mall. You can see lovely stuff. The ladies would love this place, obviously. But for the men, no problem. There's always good food. There's always good gadgets, you know. So as a guy, I love my shopping malls. And it's a pleasant place to come and see and dine and eat. But everybody now, because of COVID, has to follow very strict rules and regulations. So if you're dining at a restaurant or you're visiting a shopping mall or anywhere, you have to scan the QR codes. And everyone is supposed to download a tracking app, which is Bluetooth connected, so that the government knows who's going around where. And that's how we have nobody in the ICU. Actually, no one is in the hospital either. People are in community care centers being taken care of. So this is a very huge underground shopping mall that goes several feet below the main roads, all under the Marina Bay Sands and everything. So I hope everyone, let me turn my camera. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all have enjoyed my tour. If you all have, give me a show of hands. And thank you so much for being today on this virtual tour of the Civic District of Singapore. I'm sorry for shaking my hand while walking because, you know, it's a handheld device. But I've tried my level best to be the best. And I hope every one of y'all have thoroughly enjoyed this tour.
Yes, we thoroughly enjoyed, and thank you, Mr. Indran, for such a fabulous, you know, tour. You have been very, you know, sort of a kind, and the passion you was showing, you know, in fact, that was really remarkable. It actually excites us to actually, you know, come to Singapore again as soon as possible. Thank you very much. We have our managing committee member, Mr. Tendra Kumar, also. Sir, final words from your side.
It has been really a great pleasure. I've been to Singapore a number of times, but never got a conducted tour of Singapore. So even for me, it was a very good experience. And
Thank
I must
you, sir.
compliment you, Mr. Guide. You explained very well in
Thank
a
you.
language which was interspersed with Hindi also.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would really appreciate if I can get a recording of this series. And
Sure. We will do that.
It has been a lovely pleasure meeting all of y'all online, and I hope to see y'all in Singapore soon one day.
Yes.
So
Yes,
take
yes,
care.
sure, sure.
Take care of yourselves.
Take
God
care.
bless you.
Take care. Right.
Be
Thank
safe
you.
and see you all soon again. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you very
Bye
much.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Right. Thank you. Bye bye.
थैंक यू जितेंद्र जी, बहुत अच्छा आपका रहा, वेरी नाइस.
Thank you, Tinda Kumarji. Thank you very much. It was really a very exciting tour, and look forward for having more tours. Gaurav ji, thank you for organizing the fantastic guide. In fact,
Gaurav is also there.
yeah, he has been very, very kind and very participative.